Say I Quit podcast on YouTube. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
What's the word? What's the word?
Come on.
Low key kind of
Welcome
sick,
back
but I'm ready.
to the Say I Quit podcast, man. The best podcast
Bro, less ugly as hell.
in
Damn.
the universe.
You know what, bro? I mean, I'm finna get canceled, bro.
It's great to have us all back here, man. It's been too long. It's been too long. We got so much to talk about, if we be honest, in this wild, wild world of professional wrestling.
Shout out.
Damn straight.
There has been so much news from AEW to WWE to New Japan to the Indies. There's just been a lot of great things going on. Yes, the first ever AAA X WWE event was a
Shout out Missy
success.
Iguana. Shout out Missy Iguana.
Let's talk about the most recent thing though. I guess let's go for Money in the Bank and then we'll talk about Raw because obviously Money in the Bank has some implications for Raw. First and foremost was the Money in the Bank women's ladder match. How do you all feel about the outcome of that match and how the match went in general as far as Naomi winning the Money in the Bank briefcase?
Yeah, I'm with it. That was my prediction, bro. Shout out Naomi, bro. Like that was honestly the best possible move they could have went. And I don't think I'm mad at it either. And it was a really good match, bro. Bro, it's always a woman. Every single like Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, Elimination Chamber, bro. They always show the fuck out. Reed, what you think?
I picked Naomi, so I was all right with it. I thought the match was good.
Yeah, I can agree. I think we all picked Naomi. So that was the best case scenario, honestly. I love Roxanne. I love Stephanie Victoria. So those were the other two picks that I was like, okay, if they won, excuse me, I'm perfectly fine with it. Obviously, they're going to get other opportunities. So it's no rush for them. But ultimately, Naomi, her character work has been out of this world. Like she deserves it, and it's not even just about her being you know, it's not even just about legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as her deserving it because she's been with WWE so long. Like no, Naomi literally has been one of the best characters of 2025 in WWE. She has one of the most interesting storylines in WWE in 2025, which in the storyline still I feel like it's very surface level. It's so many ways they can go with this Naomi, Jade, Bianca storyline. There's so many things that can happen still. So definitely Naomi was hands down the best choice. I think they knocked this one out of the park. Moving on to, I guess we can talk about the Octagon versus Dom Mysterio match. I thought the match was really, really solid. I think Dom is really finding himself, if I'm being honest with you. He's really finding himself right now. What did you all think about that match, especially with it being a last minute addition?
Honestly, I think the match did what it was. I think it was a perfect match to showcase the talent that you have on AAA. And I also think Dom was the perfect wrestler for that match. I don't know. I feel like every match Dom just keeps leveling up and he just gets the business. Like I remember when Dom was green as hell, bro. When he first came, he was Rey Mysterio's son. But like aside from like little storylines or like people making jokes like, oh, Dom is really Eddie's son, like you could really tell that Dom he's become his own wrestler. And yeah. So I was straight with that too.
That ain't Dom trash as fuck. I'm sorry. He's fucking trash.
You always say some shit, bro. You always say some shit, bro. You always say some shit. Bro.
I'm joking. He kind of trash. That was probably his best match he's had, like, ever. Almost. I ain't gonna lie.
I won't say that, man.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I guess he have a new best match every other week. Goddamn me.
That's a lot, Reed.
Bro,
I can definitely say that like Dom is still finding himself. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like he's nowhere near, but he's only like 24, 25, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, Daniel
and
Garcia.
already been in
Like,
WWE for a minute. Like he's definitely got a lot to learn for sure still. But I definitely can see he's miles better than what he used to be. And it seems like character wise he's found himself. In the ring though, he's starting to do those little things that certain other wrestlers, even at his age that's been wrestling longer than him, just don't do to amplify a match or to, you know what I'm saying, get the crowd more into the match. It's just certain things that you can't teach, and it seems like Dom is a natural at certain things, and then it's still a ton of other things that he has to learn and get better at to become the guy that it does seem like WWE may want him to be one of the biggest heels in WWE in the future. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a main eventer one day if he continues getting better and better.
I don't know how people see him as a heel right now because he be doing a lot of babyface stuff.
He ain't a heel. He a whole tweener, but I think he leans more towards
They whole
babyface, bro.
faction is tweeners right now.
Yo,
Like Liv is a tweener.
Not
but not like.
Finn
Well,
Balor is.
we don't even know where Finn at because he don't even get a reaction no more, bro. So I don't even know
this
where
is
Finn
They ain't
really
even
at.
been putting him
before
in
you start-
matches. He's just been backstage, just cooking up some schemes,
Yeah,
man.
they got him on that Carlito diet right now. Yo, Carlito made like $300,000 just by playing PS5 in the back. I wish we could do that shit, bro.
Be more interested in him.
I'm trying to right now. Yeah.
Nah,
Man, bro.
Dom trash is fuck to me for the most part. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, you bugging out. That's your opinion.
Okay, you know.
I actually
Is
like
what it
Dom.
is.
I like Dom too, but I see
Alright.
a Dom Mysterio match. I turn that shit off.
All right, Hangman.
Hey man, oh bro, I don't know what you talking about, but it is what it is. Agree to
That
disagree.
boy's a hater.
Man, bro.
Man, we ain't got enough hate in this room. Come on, y'all know I'm joking. Y'all know I love Dom. I'm fucking playing. I don't think he trash. I think he could be better, but he's better now. So
We all could be better.
Of course.
So yeah, definitely he got a
He got
long
room.
way to go still. For sure. I agree with you on that. Like
he got room.
he
I
definitely
think it's gonna
he
be
definitely
early. It's gonna be earlier than later, though.
I mean,
I think
honestly, he's gotten so much better to me in not that much amount of time. Like I remember when I for sure would tell you he was trash. When he first started wrestling, I for sure was like, this dude trash. I ain't never gonna like him. I'm still not a Dom fan, but I definitely you know, I see the improvement. I see the improvement for sure. It is just crazy to see how the fans have just like completely flipped and now uh are kind of fans of him. You know what I'm saying? Like he getting cheered on a nightly basis now.
Yeah.
And not off him doing babyface stuff, just him being him.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what the flip was. That's the crazy part. It's like pinpointing when the fans actually started. And it's like they cheer him until he do something heel. Like and then they boom. And then they cheer him again. Man, the WWE fans are fucking crazy, bro.
Man. Well, I feel like I wanted to talk about this match because I thought it was actually a really, really good match. I know how I feel about
you can't. Sorry. Next.
I know how I feel about Lyra Valkyria, but she's starting to grow on me. Like I know, like in ring, I'm not gonna deny. Like when I say somebody ass, bro, or like when I don't like really, I'm not a fan of them. I don't mean to take away from like the in ring ability, but like she's starting to grow on me a little bit more, Lyra.
Bro,
So
you know,
Lyra, hold on, Reed. Lyra and Becky, what y'all think of the match? Y'all fuck with Becky winning?
Damn near a 4-star match, man. If not 4.5.
Yep.
I think they slightly top, especially being there in person. Like that was one of the matches of the night at Backlash. Like that match was great. They have immense chemistry. So for me, I think, you know, again, they had an amazing match. I I'm not necessarily upset. I would have been mad if Becky won the first one, but I can understand Becky winning the second one. So, and she got it in a cheap way. You know what I'm saying? She took the heel route, so it actually helps Lyra more, I think, in this scenario. So I was cool with the outcome. Becky is very, very dope when she has a proper dance partner.
Yeah.
And Lyra may be one of her most proper dance partners.
True.
If we be honest, like they have the chemistry is out of this world for those two. They haven't had a bad match yet in 3 tries. So,
see, I fuck with Becky when she wrestles like Lyra, Tiffany Stratton, just like young up and comers that could show like Becky, like she could still go. She could still go with like the young stars of the next generation too. You know what I mean? So, what you thought, Reed?
I think they have knocked it out of the park every time.
I
don't think there's really much to say other than Lyra's probably going to get a main event title push here soon. Bayley and Becky's going to hit. I don't care what anyone says. I've been wanting that for a minute.
It seems like that's
it's kind of like Bianca and Jade. I've been wanting that for a minute too. So
if I was WWE, I'll hold off that match maybe until SummerSlam. In the Continental title.
I'm so surprised they're doing Cena and Punk at Saudi.
They should have waited till SummerSlam, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is.
Honestly, I feel like, all right, if they had held off until SummerSlam, then who would John Cena face at Night of Champions?
AJ Styles.
But AJ Styles is not just like a little filler feud either.
Okay, let's put it in this context too. Let's make it all make sense, because here's all the factors, right? If you save CM Punk versus John Cena for SummerSlam, right? You got 2 options to get there. Either CM Punk wins King of the Ring, or CM Punk does what he does, and it's perfect storyline. Like I'm your arch nemesis. I'm the guy that can snap your ass back to reality and make you realize that everything that you're doing is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Because I was in them shoes.
So when you look at it from that perspective, let's say CM Punk doesn't win. Who wins King of the Ring and challenges Seth Rollins or Gunther?
Probably Cody or Randy.
Why would Cody go after anybody but John Cena?
Yeah, that's true.
Why would Randy Orton go after anybody but John Cena?
Those are the 2 main guys. I don't see what you like. That's just gonna happen. I'm telling you guys, it's literally what's gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen.
No, you're not. No, it's not gonna happen. To me, Reed. You're not understanding what I'm saying, Reed. I'm saying if CM Punk fought John Cena at SummerSlam, who does Cody Rhodes fight? Let's put it that way. If I confused you at all, if Cody Rhodes wins the King of the Ring. I'm just saying, like, period. Who else would win King of the Ring, and who would go after Gunther? Nobody really makes sense to go after Gunther. That's why Cody Rhodes is the perfect person to win it and go after John Cena at SummerSlam. I get what you're saying, but I also know that it does seem like, to bring it full circle for me, on the real reason why I think they're doing this and why they're teasing the fact that, John Cena may be sort of kind of realizing what he's doing is wrong, is because after he drops that title, he's going to turn face for the last 3 months. That's what I think they should do, honestly. Cody Rhodes got to get that belt back at SummerSlam. The heel run really has not been working.
He doesn't have.
Cody Rhodes not eating the pin twice and then winning it the 3rd time. Because who else beating John Cena, bro? Besides CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, who else would you have dethroned John Cena? Hangman?
By rules standard,
you gonna Hangman to beat him?
He gonna say Roman Reigns.
Hey, bro,
I'm fine.
I'm down. What we doing?
He gonna say Roman Reigns.
I agree. I would say by rule standard, obviously it makes sense because whoever wins the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, they get the championship match at SummerSlam. So I get that why you would put Punk and Cena on Night of Champions, because Cody wins, he gonna go after Cena at SummerSlam. So that makes sense. The only thing I'm saying is, personally, I don't want to see that shit yet.
But honestly, they shouldn't. Honestly, my opinion is, all right, hear me out. I feel like we could get to Cena and Cody in a different way. I don't think Cody needs the King of the Ring to get to SummerSlam to face John Cena.
Didn't he win last? Technically,
who?
Oh wait, they didn't do it last year. Never mind. Wait, yeah, they did. Gunther won last year.
Gunther won.
Yes.
Yeah.
And LA Knight was 2023, wasn't he? Or am I bugging?
No.
LA Knight never won?
Nobody was 2023, buddy.
They didn't do it for 2 years. I think the last one was Xavier Woods.
Oh, shit. I'm thinking, what if, because LA Knight is basically on Raw now.
He's not winning.
What if LA Knight wins and then faces Gunther at SummerSlam? That's the only way I was thinking, bro.
I would love that match, but it's not happening, bro. After what you did to Braun, there's no way.
True. I don't know. They booked themselves in a weird spot again.
Bro, in a perfect world, they let Carmelo go to the finals, and he either doesn't win or wins, and he shows out either way because he's Carmelo, and you finally have another star like Braun up and coming, which he already is, and you give him more TV time. That way you have a counterpart to him on SmackDown. And it doesn't have to just be because of Braun, but they're the same bracket. Like, them two have been simultaneously looking at each other their whole careers. So, but they won't do that.
You said Melo versus who?
I'm saying you let Melo go to the finals, and if he wins or doesn't win, it doesn't matter. He make a star out of him. Like, he's already a star, but you just give him the platform to do it. And people are going to be like, oh, yeah. Melo is like, and people are already saying that, like, Melo is him. Literally, like.
I honestly could see Melo going to the finals. Like,
but they should put Melo on. They should put Melo on Raw, bro.
If he wins, bro, the semifinals is him and Sammy, which would be cool.
Ooh, that'd
be a solid match.
We're forgetting about Sammy though. The whole storyline about I'm gonna be a world champion. I do forget about.
I know. I was honestly of the abolition that Seth Rollins was going to cash in last night. Before I saw the bracket, I said Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn at SummerSlam could definitely be the direction. But now, considering that Cody Rhodes is in that tournament, I don't see Brother Sammy beating Brother Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, they might run Sammy and Cody.
That would be solid too.
It would be a good match.
Both of them would have like the bracket is no wrong answer. Now let's get back to freaking Money in the Bank since we just talked about Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins obviously is the Money in the Bank briefcase winner. I think that was the one decision of the night that I was against. Obviously, I understand it, but it definitely was. It was a safe decision. It seemed like LA Knight should have gotten that victory. If we're being honest, he was the best choice, and now it becomes a question of when are they going to pull the trigger. He's done everything that a Jey Uso has done, really, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting over organically with the crowd and having that type of merch sales and things like that. He's done everything that he can do, honestly, to
grab the brass
world
ring.
champion. To become a world champion. Now he's won a mid-card title twice now, actually, for him. And it just doesn't seem like the question is just when. Y'all mentioned King of the Ring, but overall, I think the match was fantastic. But the ending definitely. I love Seth Rollins, but I just didn't really want him to win that match.
I just want to say that whole sequence of Chad Gable running up the ladder, then hopping over, like that whole sequence was fire. LA Knight chased him and then fucking oh my god. That was insane.
The best part of that match wasn't even the person in a match.
Oh man.
Jacob.
That It was fire, but that heel turn was
Yeah, I'm
so
sure.
ass, bro.
Like
That shit was ass.
It's not a heel
it
turn.
didn't even
How was
make
it a
I
heel
mean,
turn?
the
sense.
face turn, the face turn.
Yeah, I was about to say, how the fuck was that a heel turn?
That
It
shit was
didn't really
ass.
make sense though. That's the only thing. I like. Why even save him from? Why stop Seth from winning the match? I mean, Seth still won the match, but why even come out to fight them to turn on Solo? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then,
it kind of doesn't make. I mean, I guess it made for a more like, oh, we going for this shock moment, but at the same time.
You
I
guys
wouldn't call that the best moment. Just from the spots they did, I think they did a fantastic job, honestly.
did
So
y'all not watch?
it was cool though.
Not watch SmackDown the night before though.
It
no,
was about time.
I
No,
didn't.
because he told JC Jeff Cobb. He told him.
Oh yeah. I seen that on Twitter.
All gas, no brains, and Jacob heard it all. So I mean, it made
Yeah,
sense.
he walked in like a Disney ass character. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what he just say?
It made sense because it was the night before Money in the Bank, and he knew Solo was gonna be in the match. So I mean, but yeah, Seth Rollins winning. I understand it, but I kind of hate that shit. Like we just give it, like, because it makes sense. I mean, I guess.
I mean, obviously, just the type of heel that he is too. That's another reason why I can understand it. Like he is the type of heel that on top of him having Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, like now you got to think about, oh, this motherfucker got the briefcase too. So it's like he can always, you know what I'm saying, like just have this big advantage whenever he decides to go after the world title. He has a huge advantage.
I guess, bro. He's like one of them ones that doesn't really need it. He could like Loki just get a title shot whenever.
For sure, that was my main problem with it.
Now he can technically,
but now it's just like I said, it just adds that extra little intrigue to him as a heel that like you just didn't have that at first. I mean, you had it because he got that advantage, but now it's even more. It's like everybody got to look over their shoulder for him simply because he's got two of the baddest MFers in wrestling right now. And then he's already Seth Rollins and he has the briefcase. He pulled off the heist of the century years ago. Like it's just it's definitely could be something that's interesting. Like say a Sami Zayn does win King of the Ring and goes on to beat Gunther, and then Seth Rollins just cashes in on him immediately.
bro, Sammy don't need to beat Gunther again. I'm sorry.
I know, but I'm saying, what if, nigga? I'm not advocating for it to happen. Sami Zayn not even gonna win the damn thing. Goddamn me.
Hell no, he not.
Bro, if anybody should be getting a title shot, it should be Chad Gable, not Americano. It should be Chad Gable. How do you watch
Chad Gable?
I'm not gonna lie. A match. That ship kind of sailed a little bit, bro.
Chad Gable can't even win a match. He only wins when he's Americano, bro. That shit over with.
That shit, bro.
I hate it for him.
They fucked that up, bro. They fucked that up big time.
Don't say that, bro. Don't hurt my feelings. Come on, man.
I'm keeping it 100, bro.
Bro, how do you watch the Vikingo match and be like, yeah, he's not world title material? Like, bro,
how do you watch any of his matches and be like, nah, we're not gonna pull the trigger on him ever?
That's Triple H. That's some brain dead ass booking, bro.
Oh, don't even start it on Baldy. Oh my god, that dude's an idiot. I'm sorry, I love Triple H, but as of lately, God, bro, what are you doing? It was part of profits. It was part of the show. Shut the fuck up. No, it wasn't, bro. You tripping.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Before we get to that, let's talk about that tag team match now.
Yes.
So the main event. Oh well, it was a main event, right? I'm bugging. No, it was. We had John Cena with Logan Paul against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. What y'all think of the match? We'll get to the ending in a second. Just want to know what y'all thought about the match.
I thought the match was pretty solid. I mean, it was kind of what I expected. You know what I'm saying? Nothing just completely spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that I would say is just like isn't forgettable. But ultimately, I thought it was a really good. It was a really solid match for what it was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect much of it either. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of over Logan Paul at this point, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
So
Yo.
yeah, I really wasn't expecting the greatest match of all time or anything, but I do think they put on a suitable match. It was memorable and for the ending, especially. You know, you're gonna see some cool moments, but also I think it's another match that highlights just why Logan Paul really hasn't improved much. The spot with the drone, like he's not even struggling, you know what I'm
Oh hell
saying?
no!
Like
Don't even get me
it's just certain
started on
things
that.
that you just see that he just hasn't developed yet because he really isn't a professional wrestler, if we're being honest. Like um
He does
he's
cool.
still
Green.
just a
He green.
he's still a freaking influencer, you know what I'm saying? If we're being
Yeah.
honest. Like
He
He's
green as hell.
he's
he
a
hasn't gotten so much better. So but overall, you know, I love the spots that the guys took. Uh and you know the ending was the icing on the cake.
True.
he's an influencer that knows how to wrestle, but just doesn't know like the ins and outs of it. Like the
Yeah. So then he really don't know how to wrestle.
It's just
I
certain
mean, he
things
does,
that you only get from experience, like that he just hasn't gotten because he doesn't have a lot of experience and he doesn't even wrestle often enough to get the experience that he would like to have. You know what I'm saying?
like
Like
he does some cool shit in the ring, but yeah, I agree with y'all. Like you see him take a suplex off the top rope and he's just up like not even a minute later. Like
Bro,
makes
I see. Bro, he was literally up like 2 seconds later
that's some AEW shit right there. I'm sorry.
just to like get to the corner, bro. Like he took the suplex, got up literally like 5 seconds later just to move to the corner and sit at the bottom turnbuckle. Like
He's just
it's
there
just
for
the in
spots,
ring
bro.
psychology, bro.
And I don't know what Triple H goofy ass sees in him, bro.
Cause he a clip
I mean,
farm merchant, bro.
they see the clips. That's all they see is that, like, okay, this guy's a guy that can. But honestly, I think you know, and you know, I don't have the metrics, but my thing with him is that how many of those, you know, Logan Paul fans can you say are really turning over into being WWE fans? So is it truly worth it? Is what I'm saying.
Probably not.
Is
It's not,
is it as worth it as they are trying to, you know what I'm saying, make it seem?
it's not a return on investment. I feel like.
Shit, I think Bad Bunny did more for bringing people over.
Yeah, in a whole different country.
Yeah, yo, word two.
I'm just not a big fan. Like, bro, he does some cool stuff that I'm like, all right, that was cool. But like him talking, him not like him wrestling for the most part is like just a bunch of stole finishers. I mean, he's not original, bro. I'm sorry. He's literally.
He fucked up that buckshot too, bro.
I know I was
He
crying.
pulled the CM Punk. He
That
pulled the
shit.
CM Punk.
I remember that shit all out.
He pulled the CM Punk.
That's
But
what my
I still think Logan got a better buckshot than Hangman. That's just me
bro.
though.
Stop. We're not
That's
doing
just me
it.
though.
No,
That's
we're
just
not
me
doing it.
though.
No.
That's just me though.
And yeah, and guess what? Kevin Owens has a better swanton than Jeff Hardy. Shut the fuck up, bro. What are we talking?
Okay. Leon Slater got a better swanton than Jeff Hardy. Like what are you trying to prove, Reed?
It's not
What are
a
you trying to
swanton,
prove, Reed?
bro.
What are you
It's
trying
like
to prove, Reed?
it's like a 450 swanton. It's a very
Okada got a better tombstone than Undertaker.
no, bro. All right, you need to. We need to kick him out. I'm sorry. You doing too much.
You ain't got them privileges, Reed.
Yeah, I forgot. You sit on a pedestal alone. My bad.
It get lonely at the top, Reed.
Yeah, all right.
It get lonely at the
all
top.
all right,
Reed
Les.
the only one can't kick people.
All right, Les. All right, Les McMahon. Les McMahon.
Pause.
you. That's you.
All right. Re Diddy.
Derek Kelly.
All right, bro. All right.
Now you wildin', buddy.
Hey,
That's where we draw the line, bro. That's
Y'all
where we draw the line.
Y'all started it. Come on,
We ain't
now.
started shit. Scapegoat. All right, Jungle Boy.
Hey, Jack Perry lit. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yo, bro, Reed, bro.
Hey, bro, he's lit. I don't know what you want me to say.
But now let's get down to the nitty gritty, bro. Ron, motherfucking killings, bro.
Let's talk about it.
I don't give a fuck. WWE did not work us into a shoot, brother.
I thought they
did not work us into a shoot, brother.
I thought they did.
They did not work us into a shoot, brother.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think WWE in its current form has the capacity to be like, yeah, this is what we finna do. Nah, y'all let him go. Y'all couldn't take the criticism from people. Triple H said, I don't like when people when crowds hijack or like whatever. What? Fuck you mean you don't like that shit?
Bro, he's the wrong person in charge.
You got the biggest storyline of last year, WrestleMania 40, just out of fans hijacking the show. Daniel Bryan only got as big as he did because fans hijacked the show. CM Punk, they used to hijack the show, chant CM Punk every single show, every match. Like, it's good when fans hijack the crowd. Like, they hijacked everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That means
I think it was on a whim. It was on a whim. They brought him back.
That means they care about the product, bro. And if you want your fans to care about the product, you got to have them invested. They are invested. So, I mean, why are we complaining, Triple H? Honestly, you should flip-flop with Shawn, because Shawn be cooking.
Yeah.
I don't ever see him complain about some shit. Me personally. But...
Shit. Javon called Tony kind of crackhead, and then they put him on TV the next week in a title match.
I know Javon was out of pocket for that. I mean,
he wasn't. He wasn't. It was funny as fuck.
It's because like if it's like if us three called each other crackheads. Like
hell no. Nah, he just said what we was all thinking. But
yeah, it holds no merit, bro. Like
that's funny as fuck, bro. But
I know TK was in Gorilla going. Grabs me,
man, bro. So Ron Killings, though, bro.
Hell
what y'all think of it?
I'm hyped, especially after yesterday, where he didn't even have a proper promo. He just popped up.
He said, what he say? The truth has set me free. I am the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yeah, I'm glad he back saying that too. I think
yup.
You know, obviously we are the reason that this is happening. If we're being honest, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no other way to look at it. Besides the fact that we as the fans have power. Like I said on the video I made yesterday about it, you know, I'm very happy for R-Truth, for Ron Killings. The only thing that I didn't like though is that Triple H just didn't want to be honest about what happened. And I do get it to an extent that, like, you know, honest, obviously, you know, the weird thing is you can't tell me that he didn't like when the fans hijacked things for Cody, because it was something that he wanted ultimately. The way he played the cards was for the fans to be upset that The Rock was going to take this opportunity from Cody Rhodes, because he had, the full opportunity to say, you know what, I'm not going to let Cody win this match because then the fans are going to get upset. He knew what he was doing when that happened with The Rock. So, you know, and I know he has recently been on that, just like be quiet and enjoy the product. People complain too much online about things they don't understand. The only silver lining, and I'm gonna dive more into it. Probably next week I'll have this video out. When I talk about the problems with TKO, but I think one of the major problems is that we can say we blame Triple H for certain things, we blame TKO for certain things, but ultimately we don't know where these decisions come from. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying? People say, "Oh, when it comes to releases, Triple H has a say so," but also, are there that many people that if TKO is like, "Hey, they making too much money, we gotta let them go," or "Hey, we can't negotiate this deal with them," especially in the R-Truth situation, because it's like a deal being brokered. Triple H is on the creative side. Triple H isn't really on the brokering deal side of the business at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So it is one of those weird things where, you know, we ultimately don't know. Even with creative, you can't tell me that TKO isn't able to say, hey, this guy is making us a lot of money, Jey Uso. We should make him win the Royal Rumble and let him win the title at WrestleMania. And then Triple H is the one that says, okay, that's cool, but the reign gonna be short, 52 days.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck Vince McMahon, but when Vince McMahon was owning WWE and running creative, you knew firings, you knew creative, you knew advertisings, you knew the Saudi Arabia deal, you knew all of that. Vince approved it, and it didn't matter what anybody else wanted. It was all Vince. Now there is that slight clout. Is it The Rock? Is it Nick Khan? Is it TKO, Emmanuel? Is it Triple H? We don't really know who is making certain decisions anymore, or who has the most say so. Let's put it that way. Because I think they all probably are able to chime in, but who really has the most say so about advertisings, the WrestleMania decision to move WrestleMania back to Vegas for the second year in a row? Who really makes all of these decisions? We really don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only benefit of the doubt I'll give Triple H. But ultimately, it would have been. I really don't like that he didn't just get up there and say, you know what, we heard the fans, and we heard you guys loud and clear, and we made it happen. You want truth? We got you truth. So I hope you can handle the truth.
Instead of turning the shit on us, like,
oh, y'all got work. Ha.
Like, y'all got work.
Like, bro, chill out.
Did you enjoy the show? Yeah, it's all part of the show.
It's all part of the show. Like, what?
Oh, dude, he's so stupid sometimes.
You need some media training, bro.
They all do. They all do.
Honestly, bro, it's really bad.
That's why sometimes with like Javon Evans, like he grew up in this era where he knows like how to. I feel like he'd be like the easiest one to understand how to like work social media and know how like the social awareness of social media goes. And then he goes and drops the crackhead line, and then I just start shaking my head.
But at the end of the day, bro, Javon just a kid, bro. We used to cut ass in school, bro. Like that's what it was. That's basically what it is.
I get it, but he's 21. Like he's old enough now to know.
He's still a kid, bro.
Not really.
He's still a kid.
Bro, he's 20. He's 3 years younger than us.
He's still a kid. Oh, then yeah, I forgot Derek like 9 years older than him.
Derek said he was around for when NWO started.
Almost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
Wrestling.
Been kind of weak other than this last week.
Honestly, bringing back Truth kind of like, bro, piqued my interest a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely kind of piqued my interest. But it's so funny, bro, because they took a picture together and they body language is just off.
Yeah, you can tell Triple H.
It's like Triple H is just like, yeah, he just pointed at him. All Truth didn't even. Man, I don't know, bro.
Truth didn't do anything at the end of the day.
It was all us, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was everybody. It was everybody.
He even acknowledged that. He's like, I'm here because of y'all.
And it wasn't just it's not an IWC thing either, bro. Even the crowds knew. That's how you knew, like, our Truth is very rare. Ron Killings is very rare.
Oh, I agree for sure. I think ultimately though, I do think, you know, and that's the thing with wrestling in general. Every wrestling show, they're gonna have weeks, maybe even months, maybe even a solid year where they are just on a downward slope. That's life in general. Life is a roller coaster. So I don't expect anything less from my wrestling shows, especially considering like wrestling shows aren't like a TV show. And even TV shows, you know what I'm saying? You have some amazing seasons. You have some seasons that are not as good. You have seasons that fall off completely and then they come back or they don't. Uh, but definitely WWE has been on a bad streak of booking decisions. I think they've had some amazing matches this year. But booking decisions, WWE has, release decisions. WWE has really been dropping the ball a lot this year. But last night was not one of those shows. I think top to bottom, it was one of the better Raws since like before WrestleMania. I think Raw was on a nice streak, and then Raw like really fell off. SmackDown kind of fell off, and that happens. You know what I'm saying? They are putting on a weekly product, so some weeks or just aren't gonna be as good as previous weeks, and we're gonna hold it to that standard. You know what I'm saying? So, but obviously, I think last year a really good time for Raw and SmackDown, despite some of the decisions made. I know one big decision in the King of the Ring tournament last year. But when that King of the Ring tournament came around, it was a really good time for the wrestling on Raw. I think every match last night was really, really solid from top to bottom. AJ Styles beating Chad Gable, right decision. Roxanne winning the women's fatal 4-way, which was a really, really freaking good match. That was a really good match. Perfect decision. Sami Zayn winning. That was a really great match as well. All four of those guys got really, really good chemistry, especially like Braun Breaker, Penta, and Dom. This is like probably the 5th time we've seen those three in a match with somebody. And Sami, he's an OG. Sami just doesn't put on bad matches. You know what I'm saying? So that was a really solid match, and also right decision. Sami Zayn winning, and then the main event. I think they had a much better match than they had at WrestleMania, in my opinion. Gunther defeated Jey Uso. Top to bottom, though, it was a really solid Raw. I think my only complaint is Io Sky not getting much time or getting to wrestle. It's been too long. This is your champion. She got over by wrestling. I know she's over now, so you don't really have to worry. And now she's got an emote that makes people, you know what I'm saying? So
come on, Reed. Reed, what happened, Reed?
Everything that you want her to do. She got everything that you want her to do right now. So you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, let her wrestle too much. But she's falling down that Rhea. This is the same way that they booked Rhea, where you've got this really talented wrestler. And obviously, I'm just gonna be real. Like, I don't think it's close between them two, because I think that Io is the best wrestler in WWE right now in ring. And if not, she's top 5, man or woman. It doesn't matter. If she's not the best, she's top 5. Especially because one of the best is hurt right now. We ain't seen him in a minute. So, but I think, the same thing that they did with Rhea's booking, as far as just not having her wrestle a lot. I really don't like that with Io, who is a like Rhea can get out there and talk. She can get out there, you know what I'm saying? And she has that sex appeal going for her as well, just naturally. She doesn't have to try too hard for that. But Io is one that you just want to see her get in there and scrap. That's my only problem with the booking last night. Other than that, though, top to bottom, I think it was one of the better Raws of 2025.
Yeah.
Especially post WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think there was any low points to that show. I think it was one of my favorite Raws, especially like
there was a low point.
Which one are you talking about specifically?
The New Day.
That was the
New Day.
The Eric and Ivar match?
No, they had a segment backstage.
Which segment?
They had one backstage with Kathy Kelly, and they were talking to Grayson Waller.
Oh. Sorry, I think I might have skipped over that. I might have glossed over that.
And they
it was a little short.
They said something about like, who else is there to take on? We've beaten everybody, yada yada. I'm like, oh my god, please let the Hardy Boys come back. Please let the Hardy Boys come back, bro.
At this point, Hardy Boys and New Day at SummerSlam?
I mean, I kind of see the Lucha Bros getting together soon and taking that title off of them.
Man,
I was just about to say, where Phoenix at, bro?
But the thing with that is, I feel like you should let Penta get like an IC title run or something before you put them together.
Yeah, I can agree. The problem is when are they gonna pull that trigger?
Because I
They
think
not getting any younger, bro.
the Lucha Bros will probably be more long standing than they will have for singles titles.
True.
Bro,
I feel you on that.
I think Jimmy and Jay get back together before the Lucha Bros happen.
Thank God. Well, they should.
Okay, that's another team. That's another team that can beat them for sure.
But it's also like Jay is still super over. So why put him with Jimmy again?
But Jimmy needs a singles title before him.
A great tag team. They need a tag team that's face, I guess, to defeat the New Day because
Jimmy.
I'll be unless Rey Mysterio is on his way back for him and Dragon Lee to finally get the damn titles together.
Man, get Dragon Lee out. Get Dragon Lee out the LWO, bro.
I'm sorry, but Dragon Lee and Cruz Del Toro, they could be a tag team too, because Cruz was going crazy at Triple
Man, fuck all that. Put Ilya and Dragon Lee in a tag team.
No, you didn't even watch. I'm sorry. Nah, Cruz is like that. He was in there putting in work.
Yeah, but if you put Dragon Lee and Cruz Del Toro in a tag team, then what happens to Joaquin Wild?
Shit out of luck. I'm sorry. Or just do what the New Day do. Or did.
Nah, bro.
Bro, I'm sorry, but there's too many luchadors running around. All I know is Americano don't need to be there anymore.
There's too many Samoans
be there.
He shouldn't have been there. Bro, I thought they changed back to Gulf of Mexico. They didn't. They changed the shit right back to Gulf of America.
With all the ice shit going on, and you do that with Chad Gable.
All the ice shit, and you just bought AAA, bro.
Well, I don't know.
There's just a lot of shit going on.
Just the Gulf of America shit makes me like, it's crazy.
And a white man portraying to be El Grande Americano, bro. What the fuck are we doing here, bro?
I would get it if he was like in AAA.
They should have called him El Gringo Loco or some shit, bro. El Grande America.
No, don't get me wrong. If he was in AAA, he was the only white guy. I can understand why his name is that. And if he wrestles like a luchador, Chad Gable does not wrestle like a luchador at all. Like, not
bro, he does one Hurricane Rana, bro, and everything else is just like
and a moonsault. That's it.
Everything else is just Chad Gable, bro.
Yeah. It's the fact that he's in WWE, and they're the ones that gave him that name.
As long as Alberto Del Rio don't make an appearance anytime soon.
Oh, if he does, I'm turning my TV off immediately.
Yeah. He'll probably be the one that's like, nah.
Yeah, I don't see them doing that, though.
Ready to learn Spanish.
Orale, vato. Like...
Yeah. That's the one that they got to keep away from WWE TV. And I think I would like to believe they are smart enough to know that.
They better, bro. What?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised AAA still has them around.
Because they don't really, I don't think they really care about it, to be honest.
Mr. Iguana literally just popped off for the whole weekend. He's their next champ, bro.
Yo, that motherfucker over, bro.
Oh, he's their next champ.
Shit, he finna be U.S. champ. Bro, yeah. they literally gave him a promo segment on a vignette on Raw yesterday, bro.
They also gave him shirts on the shop, and they almost sold out.
And they said they want to drop an iguana, bro. They want to drop.
WWE got a moneymaker, man.
Bro, they know when they have a moneymaker, bro.
Mr. Rob, I ain't see you in the chat.
Mr. Iguana's already better than Hulk Hogan. Don't even
by far.
What up, Robert?
Robert here? Oh, we're coming,
bro.
Yo, what's poppin', Robert?
That's on me.
Man, bro.
Yeah, man. Solid Raw. Obviously, you know, let's talk about the Jey Uso reign. You know what I'm saying? Very short lived. I saw that coming, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
I didn't see him holding. I didn't see him holding it longer than maybe Night of Champions, to be honest. But once they booked this Gunther match, I was like, yeah, Gunther not losing to Jay a second time. And if somehow he does, whoever won Money in the Bank would probably cash in on him. I knew whoever got the money. I'm pretty sure whoever, obviously now we know who it is. I don't see anyone cashing in on John Cena. But I guess weirder things have happened. But
weirder things have happened in professional wrestling.
Jey Uso's reign lasted about as long as it could. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people were complaining about the booking for as of late. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that they saw Jey Uso as like the champion going into SummerSlam. Just being honest. Like as much merch as he moves, as over as he is, I don't think they saw him as the guy like, hey, we can make him main event SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows who main events night 1? Obviously, night 2 is probably gonna be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
It's gonna be Roman and somebody else.
Roman and Seth for the title.
You think?
Maybe.
So Roman when is Roman coming back then?
I don't know, but people should not be mad that they're trying to restructure a deal with Roman because $15 million to barely show up to work is crazy.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's a double-edged sword because in a certain way you can say he deserves it.
He does.
But in another way, it is like, especially considering WrestleMania 41 was the most successful WrestleMania ever. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all making all this buku money. One of the people that helped y'all get these new deals to get this buku money, he should reap some of those benefits. But I can agree that, the amount of time that he works, maybe that deal could be a little restructured. But ultimately, the ball is in his court. If I was him, I wouldn't restructure shit, and they damn sure ain't gonna fire him.
Oh, by far.
Bro, if they let him go, people would be pissed, bro. Nobody would watch WWE for the most part.
Imagine he show up on AEW.
Ooh, that would be fire. I ain't gonna lie. No, I feel like if he got fired,
versus Kenny Omega,
he wouldn't wrestle anymore.
You think?
Nah, Roman would probably just go straight Hollywood because he's already in a few projects.
You ain't wrong.
That's why I respect.
Yeah, Becky. I could never see him going to AEW. Just being honest.
Becky's in like 3 movies. She's in the new Happy Gilmore movie. She's in a new TV show where she's an actual like main character. She's in another movie and she's still working. And she's the champ.
I mean, she literally took off a whole year, Reed.
Was it a year?
Yeah. Damn near, bro.
Hey,
she left a month after WrestleMania and came back.
Yeah, but she still finished all her shit, and now she's back, and she's still working.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
I feel what you're saying, but it ain't like she did all that while working, is what I'm saying.
No. And, I mean, who's to say Roman's not working on something right now, and he comes back? Like, because I know he was going to be in, like, the new Street Fighter movie or something, or they were saying he was poised to be.
You're going to be a Kuma, bro.
They should have had Kenny Omega in that movie, to be honest.
You might give him a MJF Happy Gilmore role.
MJF's in a lot, though. Did you see?
Huh?
MJF's in that movie a lot.
Is he though? I thought he just plays like a little side character, the frat boy or whatever.
No, he plays his son.
Does he?
Yes. You didn't
shit.
You didn't even read the synopsis.
Hell no, I ain't reading no fucking synopsis. I just seen Eminem. Jackass. That's all I seen, bro.
Where was Eminem at?
Eminem, he in the movie. He's a side character. He's nothing really, I don't think either.
We gonna make some funny appearances.
Yeah. You remember Happy Gilmore 1 when Adam Sandler got in the fight?
With Bob Barker?
Yeah, that's Eminem's role.
Eminem and funny people will always be the best. What's up, Ray? You got a problem? Dude, imagine. I feel like Eminem could be a wrestler, low key.
I mean, man, it's time passed for that, bro. He should have been. Should have been
a wrestler, the real Slim Shady.
He could have been WCW David Arquette champion, bro.
Yeah, he would have been better.
That's what they should have did.
Hey,
man, bro.
Ready to rumble my ass. I'm fucking weak. Just imagine if WCW was still around.
Hell no. Nah. I don't even want to imagine that.
I feel like that'd be awesome, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It's crazy. TNA lasted longer than WCW did.
AEW has lasted longer than Nitro. Crazy, bro.
AEW here to stay. I'm glad.
Yeah, I hope they become the company 1A again. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit.
It makes WWE do better.
As soon as the Death Rider shit is over,
they're
finna cook.
And y'all saying Hangman ain't gonna win, bro. He's buckshot.
I don't give a fuck what the fuck Hangman do, bro. I really don't care.
You're world champ.
Get the title off for John Moxley. That's what they need to do.
Bro, John.
Yo, why you stroking Adam Cole's head like that, Reed?
This isn't Adam Cole. Let's see him, Punk, bro.
That looked like Drew McIntyre, actually.
This is Punk, bro.
Look. Why you stroking his head like that, Reed? Bro. Yo, Derek, bro, check this shit out, Derek. Yo, bro, he's stroking his head, bro.
See, this is why you need banned.
Man, bro.
You New York dudes got mad because the Knicks aren't even in the finals. And now you start acting crazy.
Where the Warriors at, bro? Steph Curry been in Cancun since, like, what?
Brother,
April?
We have 4 rings. When is the last one you had?
All right, bro. Touche.
And they getting rid of Cat. They might as well get rid of Brunson too, because he don't show up.
They ain't getting rid of Cat. They ain't getting rid of Cat. You stupid, Reed. Reed, you stupid, Reed.
Nobody traded for
Reed, you stupid, bro.
That's kind of dumb. I ain't gonna lie. They didn't get rid of Josh Hart because he don't do nothing.
Don't disrespect Josh Hart, bro. We just need depth, bro. We don't need KD, bro. We do not need KD, bro. I do not care what everybody's saying, bro.
Jalen Brunson is not carrying your team to the finals. They've already tried it twice. You need another player.
We need depth, bro. We need depth. That's all we need.
Yeah, y'all need depth. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got a team that can win it. At least go to the finals. If these motherfucking Pacers could go to the finals, then they finna get a gentleman's sweep.
Gosh, bro. Y'all do not understand. The Pacers are a well put together team. Like, they're actually really...
Exactly, but they do not have somebody that can be the first player on a championship team, bro. Siakam is not there. I'm telling you, bro. They not...
Hallie not even there, to be honest. Hallie not even there.
Not there, bro. He get clamped up the whole game, and in the fourth quarter, he make a couple jump shots, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Thunder probably not losing again, bro. I'm just being honest with you, bro. Like,
I hope not.
They really got some shit going now, bro. They figured it out. Because it was like, okay, bet. We lost game 1 on some bullshit, and we know we were supposed to win. Like, I definitely don't think they losing game 3 just because they know they wet the bed. They supposed to be up 2-0 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, the Pacers
I had Thunder in 6, but you want to bet some money?
Why you always go to that?
Because I mean, if you gonna be right, you gonna make some money off of being right.
The Pacers gonna win,
man. Pacers are winning the 3rd game.
We can bet money.
We talk about the finals, bro.
I'm talking about the 3rd game.
Oh my god!
Talk about game 3.
Them niggas not winning game 3.
I'd probably say Thunder in 7.
And 7 is crazy.
And 7 is insane,
bro. Y'all are not understanding the Pacers.
You not understand. The Pacers are not that good, bro.
How can you say they're not that good? They just made the finals and they came out of the East.
They are not that good. The East is weak, nigga. What you talking about? The East is trash.
What, bro?
This is a terrible East, bro. This is a terrible East, bro.
God, you had, bro.
Bro, look at Bro, look at how
Oh,
easy the
shit.
Cavs got out of there, bro.
The Knicks.
Look
Bro,
how
the Cavs
easy,
are
bro.
not that good.
They were
Like-
the top
like-
3
like-
teams
like-
in the NBA.
like-
The
What are
motherfucking
you talking
Celtics got
about?
hurt. The Celtics got hurt, or they would have been there.
No.
Then you got the Knicks, who are just not deep at all. They not.
We
So
don't
what
got no
happened?
depth,
What
and
happened?
Tibbs
They
don't
got
know.
no bench.
Tibbs don't know how to play our fucking bench,
What
bro,
happened
either.
to the Cavs then? They were the number 1 team in the NBA. What happened?
They're not.
But we
that
just said
good.
they're not
They're
that
a
good,
regular
Reed.
season team,
They
bro.
were the number
Just
1
'cause you
team
get
in the
60
NBA. So
In
how
the
were they not
East.
good?
In the East, they
How were they
play
not
trash
good?
teams.
How were they not good?
The
They're a
Hawks
top 3
almost
team in
made
the
the
NBA.
playoffs, bro. The Hawks almost made the playoffs, bro. The Hawks are trash.
Thunder,
Like the
Celtics,
East are terrible. The East is
Thunder,
terrible.
Thunder,
The East
Thunder.
since Michael Jordan retired, the East has been bad, bro. I'm just being honest with you. Like the East has not been good for years.
Thunder, Cavs, Boston. Who beat 2 of those teams already?
Them teams
Okay,
was
then.
not at full strength,
Oh my
and they did.
God, bro. Why are we discrediting the
Okay.
Pacers? What are we doing?
Let's talk about the Cavs, right? Let's talk about
Hold
the
on,
Cavs.
hold on,
Do you
Derek,
know
take
who
us
was
out.
missing?
Derek,
Wait,
take us.
wait. Do you know who was missing on the Cavs? Who was missing for the Cavs?
LeBron.
No, they starting point guard wasn't there. Let's talk about who's missing for the Celtics. Who's missing?
I mean,
Tatum.
Jason played like 3
Tatum
games.
and KP. Tatum
Oh,
and
yeah.
KP was missing.
Yeah.
Okay, and you still got to play at the end of the day, and they were
So the
well
one
structured.
team they beat that was healthy don't got a bench.
What are you talking, bro? They had the 6th man of the year,
Who?
Peyton Pritchard.
I'm talking about the Knicks.
He talk about the Knicks.
The one healthy
I thought you
team
were
that
talking
they
about the
beat.
Celtics.
This how you know he don't listen, bro. I said the one healthy team that they beat. The other 2 teams was missing 2 starters, bro.
Yeah, you said JT and KP, and I thought you were still on the Celtics. They're still
No, he
I said the
said
one
who's the
healthy
only
team.
healthy team that they beat.
A team with no bench. The
Bro,
Knicks.
what?
That's it. That's it, bro. That's it.
Y'all just moving goalposts. It doesn't matter. You beat the team. It does not matter.
That's cool. That's cool. But that don't
Why are we
defeat the
arguing
fact
about it?
that the East is trash, man.
Yeah, whatever.
And the Pacers ain't winning another game.
All right.
They be lucky to win one more, bro. I'm telling you, the Thunder too good.
The Thunder are really good, but I'm not going to
Shea
sit
got
here and
that.
be like,
bro.
Shea
not
got
gonna-
it.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, the Pacers are ass. I'm sorry.
They not good.
Yeah, you're tripping. They're in the finals, bro.
Bro, the Miami
That
Heat
don't
made
mean
the
that they
finals a
good.
couple years ago, bro. That's how
They
bad
were a
the
good-
East is.
They
That's
were a
how
good
bad the
team.
East is, bro. That's how
They were-
bad the East is, bro. Like the Miami Heat made the finals 2 years ago, bro. That's how terrible the East is. I'm just being real with
Bro,
you. Like,
yeah, now you're doing too
bro,
much.
they had the same team the last 2 years, and what did they do the last 2 years after they snuck into the finals 1 year?
Bro, he doing too much.
They blew the whole team up, bro, because they ass, bro.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in again to the
East
Say
is
I Quit
terrible,
podcast.
bruh.
That's
Everybody
what
My
they
on
name
the
is
East
Les Hardy
bad.
Jr.
That's
That's
what they
still
are.
Derek right there. That's
crashed
Reed's
out.
dog.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take us the fuck out,
He don't know
bro.
ball, man.
You know it's
bro,
crazy.
they
You
still
don't
won.
know ball, but at the
He
end
don't
of the
know
day,
ball,
we
man.
all too sick.